Hello, everyone. Dr. Vicky here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center. I promised my listeners this morning that I would get on and do some work and do some videos. And I was reading some of my comments from my tower scopes, and a Gemini stated that it didn't seem fair that whenever I would do Gemini, I would bring Trump into the picture. Um, of course, for the most part, I think when I do these readings for folks, if there's if there can be a positive expression in the reading and then a negative expression, I can usually connect that negative expression somehow with our former uh, executive, I guess we would call him. Um, but then I said, that's not fair to Geminis. Not really. So I figured let's do a reading for DJT, who is at the moment involved in a trial, a criminal trial in New York for the hush money election interference case. And so far, I believe today is Friday the 26th. And so far, it has been just, I believe David Pecker is the only one that they've spoken to. Um, and so he did, I guess, today indicate, um, I think both Hope Hicks. Now, I don't know what he said about Hope Hicks, so I think she was mentioned by him today, as was Sarah Huckabee Sanders, who somehow thought whatever the idea was that because I didn't watch it and I didn't follow, but that she thought it was a good idea, something she thought was a good idea, which I guess was illegal. But I mean, if you think that, the former president has good ideas, you're probably thinking from an illegal mindset. I would think, but I could be wrong about that. So let's take a look. We're going to look at Donald Trump. Let's see. It is the 26th, so we have, let's see how he does in this trial. Let's see how he does in this trial. And so we have a lot of information coming all at once. A lot of information coming out. Uh, this, I don't know, maybe that's David Pecker. I don't know. But lots of stuff's coming out. What's this? What's the challenge to that? Um, we haven't heard it all yet. We haven't heard it all yet. We don't have all the information around the money somehow. Of course, that could be the Seven of Pentacles could also be the part of in the situation that Michael Cohen played because he had the money. No, well, he paid the money to Stormy Daniels, and then Trump paid him back, and that's really I think that's the hush money part of the case, and I think the election interference is has more to do with what Pecker is saying now, although I know it all sort of works together. So I don't understand law. I'm just yeah, well there we go. There the that's at the base. That's at the base. Oh, I think I know what this means. All this information is coming out, but we are yet to know what it's going to cost him. We are yet to know what it's going to cost him. But underneath it all is justice, the first strike of justice. In the past, we have the Two of Wands. I see this as his connections to the world, perhaps. We have the globe right there. The National Enquirer. Is it American? Is there something with the name of the company that's got world in it? Anyway, um, this is this means that he was concerns at the time in the past with what had gone before and how he was going to project himself out into the world in the past. Let's see what's in the sky. Two of Pentacles. So there's a balance taking place. There's a give and take. Perhaps that's what we're learning about now. We're learning about the give and take, um, about how those things like the National Enquirer work with this. Um, it's like media is on trial in a way, as well as Trump, right? And if anybody is an astrologer out there, check out Henry Seltzer's latest astrology thing on. I saw it today the 26th. So if you go to his I don't know if his channel is Henry Seltzer or if it's Astrograph, but uh, I will put a link to it. It's a good. He talks about the trial and stuff. She doesn't usually talk about that stuff, but he talks about these planets that are out by Pluto, Mahi Mahi, and no, Mahi Mahi's fish. Sorry, Maki Maki and Haumea, I think he talks about, but it's very interesting. In the immediate future, we're going to hear about the relationships. This could be, now, of course, we know Stormy Daniels had a sexual relationship with him, but Karen McDougal, the relationship, I think, was more than just that. I think there was an emotional connection between them, and so we may hear about that in this coming week, I would say, or coming weeks. Yeah, the sun is shining. Everything is going to get exposed. Let's see his domestic situation. Yeah, he's trying to protect his he's vigilant. He's trying to keep his keep his I don't know if we call it keep his boundaries, but um he's trying to fight off this like incoming rush of truth, as it were. Um, hopes and fears, the Eight of Pentacles. I think this is his hope that he can either buy his way out of this, or if he continues to just doing the same thing that he's done over and over again. He gets this card a lot. Do the thing over and over again, it's going to work out. And so far, it's worked out for him, even though we might say, well, he just keeps, eventually he's going to hit a wall, I guess. We'll see, right? Okay, let's see what comes up at the end here. We have the Empress. We have the Empress. Now, I know a lot of people connect this card with Russia, but really I feel like this is the women. This is the women. This is not going to bode well with the women. And who are the women? Well, Melania is one of the women, although I have a feeling they have some sort of financial agreement it's almost like she works for him. She's not really kind of married to him. So there's that. This could be Stormy Daniels. This could be the women sort of involved in this, Karen McDougal. But this is the power of the feminine, and the rising up of the feminine, right? Okay, let's see what's underneath it all. Okay, so we have the Hanged Man. So he is sort of stuck. He has to hang around, and if he was able to look at it from another perspective, it might benefit his spiritual development. But, I don't know. I wouldn't expect it from him, but I wouldn't necessarily say that it's not possible. Anything is possible. And, maybe there'll be some divine inspiration or divine intervention for him. I don't know. We have the Queen of Wands here. Again, this could be women, 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 women. And the King of Cups. This almost looks like Kamala Harris and Joe Biden, really. But I don't think that's who that is. Well, this King of Cups card, is his shadow vibration in the system that I use. And the King of Cups as a shadow is somebody who has emotions. Generally, the King of Cups is a nurturing energy. It's a masculine energy. It's about having dominion over your feelings. It's about being the nurturing father. Oftentimes we see it with Joe Biden, right? He sort of comes up as the King of Cups. But this King of Cups, as a shadow vibration, is somebody who doesn't have those qualities, who doesn't have control over their emotions. And it is in the system I use a one vibration. And when you have a one shadow, it usually means you're a complete narcissist, or you don't know who you are at all, or perhaps that goes hand in hand on some level. But yeah, so let's see. Now, this really hasn't answered as to whether he will be indicted. This doesn't really talk about that. Will he be indicted? I guess I want to ask that question. I'll just pull a couple more cards from the remaining cards here. Will he be indicted in this case? Yes. Yeah, and it's the downfall. It's the public downfall. He's done his whole life out in the public eye, right? I mean, he has his sun up in that 10th house, conjunct his North Node in that 10th house, conjunct Uranus. He is an agent of chaos, and now we get to watch the chaos of his life crumble right before our eyes. It's a painful downfall, and you wouldn't want to really see it happen to anybody. Even, I mean, I know a lot of people are gonna go like, yeah, he probably got what he deserved. Maybe, there's a lesson in all of this. He's here to teach us a lesson. The danger of going too far, of not following the rules of law, the rule of law. The rule of law is the boundary. It's the boundary of where we can reach to before. If we go over it, that's when the law comes down on you. The thing is, with his energy being so Uranian, Uranus just blows apart the structures. It just blows it apart. And so there is um, an idea that he may never actually be held accountable, at least not in this life, right? But of course, there's always karma. So let me just, what I would say about this is, first of all, he's definitely going to be found guilty of whatever the thing, hush money, election interference. He probably will not go to jail for it because it's not that big of course, Mike Cohen went to jail for it, but that's another story. It's not such a big or important, or that's not what I want to say. I'm not a legal person. I don't think that that would normally get, that most people would get, even if it wasn't Trump. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if he'll see a day in jail for this one, but it almost doesn't matter in a way, because he's being publicly humiliated, and justice is coming for him, and the justice is coming through the women, which is very much true of the case in Georgia. It's very much true of the January 6th case, with Sandra Chutkin being the um, the judge, and it's true of the whole um, case, the E. Jean Carroll case, with E. Jean Carroll and her lawyer Kaplan, and of course also Letitia James. Letitia James, like, exposed him for who he really was, that it was all a scam, and that wasn't really who he said he was. And so he had taken down, and it's interesting. And I think I'll just leave this as a separate reading, but I do want to do another reading on the divine feminine, um, because I think there's something that needs to be said about that, with all these abortion laws coming down, and all this insanity, and what's going on in Idaho, and what's going on in Arizona and Florida and Texas, and all these I almost called them green states, but they're not. Wouldn't be nice if we were all green states, right? Green, the color of love, the color of abundance. All right, so as for this particular trial, the hush money case, he will be held accountable. And It is the beginning of the end, really. Well, the end actually has been going on for a while, but now it's almost like a landslide. You see a few rocks coming down, and there's a rock coming down. You go, oh wait, I think something's changing. Then a rock, then a rock, and the whole side of the mountain falls down. That's where we're at. We're at the place where the whole side of the mountain falls down. All right, well, there's my reading for Donald Trump and his hush money / election interference case. If you enjoy this video, please like. If you're not subscribed, you'd like to subscribe to me. I do daily astrology from my garden in the morning. I do monthly astrologies, and I do taroscopes at the beginning of the month. And I try to get as much astrology out there for your perusal and for your understanding and for your information. So you can check me out, check out my channel. Otherwise, I will see you again soon. I have a few more readings I want to do, so take care of yourself. Um, and welcome to the new subscribers, and welcome to my tried and true. Thank you for following me all these years. It's greatly, greatly appreciated. Take care, everyone. Namaste.